Good evening, guys. Good evening. Just give me a moment. Let me just check our audio and video. Then we'll start our session. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt regarding our yesterday's session, you can ask me. Any doubts? If you have any doubts regarding our perfect. It's functioning perfectly fine, so we can start our session. Okay. Great. My phone here. Okay. So hi everyone. I welcome you all on Let's Crack JEE in English channel, and this is our marathon session on sequence and series. So I hope everyone is ready, all decked up to learn something new today. Good. So though I would share this information with other people also, that this session is majorly for revision, but I am trying to cover up every single basic, every single theory, whatever I can in the given time span. But if you have any specific doubt, I would request you to just ask me. I'm teaching you, you can just raise question in between. You can leave a comment. Fine. So let's start our session. And that's me. Nishant Khanduja, graduated from IIT Bombay, rank 1256 in IIT. IIT was 363, and in Rajasthan pre-engineering test rank was 4. And always had the zeal to teach students, those who are from small cities and hometowns, and it was always there in me. And with the same thought process, I joined Unacademy. I got associated with them for their India's largest campaign, that is Crack IIT-JEE, and where I'm doing my small bit. I'm teaching you guys mathematics for IIT-JEE. And it's like, see, I want to teach you guys, but if you want to study from me, what do you have to do? You have to do something. And what something is that you have to first install an Academy Learning app. Once you install it, you have two options. One is your Plus subscription, another one is called Iconic subscription. So let's talk about the benefits, what you will get in Plus subscription. First, you will get to attend daily live classes conducted by all these top educators available at Unacademy. So when I say top educators, so what do you understand? So these top educators are the pros. They are the pros from different cities of India. So you can just have an interaction with them. You can just ask doubts. You can answer polls conducted by them. So in a way, I would say the kind of experience you are going to have with them in daily live classes, that is remarkable. You can't even compare it to YouTube live classes at all. And second, you can also attempt live tests and quizzes. Those live tests and quizzes would help you to evaluate your preparation towards any topic, towards any subject. You also have chance to attend structured courses conducted by all these top educators. So what is the benefit of when you attend a structured course? You get to learn maximum thing in minimum time. Why did I say this? The reason is very simple, because when professional teachers are teaching you, they have gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of observations are there in the lectures. So you get to learn in quickest time span. You also have the unlimited access all the recorded videos by these top educators. So wherever you feel like, you can watch these recorded videos n number of times. So this is the unlimited access you have. In Iconic subscription, you already have the benefits I spoke about for Plus subscription. Apart from them, you have personal mentor. So this personal mentor is like your elder brother who would be working with you for next 1 year or 2 years, depending upon your subscription package. And he would also help you out to strategize your examination strategy. You can also have test analysis report, which would help you to improve your time management, how to approach the examination, how to reduce the negative marking, how to get positive marks so that your rank would improve. You also have study planner. So this study planner would customize study according to your own need. It would also review your progress bi-weekly If at all any changes are there, those changes will be incorporated to your next study plan. So if you just see all these benefits, I believe apart from content, there is one element which is being added in this iconic subscription, that is guidance. Yes, guidance is there. When guidance is there, it is mostly sure that you would be delivering better result. Okay, now to buy the subscription, what you need to do first, you will install Unacademy Learning App. The moment you install it, you get two options: plus subscription or iconic. You get also options for time duration. You have options for 1, 3, 6, 12 and 24 months. I always suggest, if a student is there, let's say 11th standard, he must go for this 2-year subscription. If a student is there in 12th or he is a dropper, then he must go for this package, 1-year package. Now look at the pricing of these packages. Pricing for these packages 56,000, for this is 38,500 rupees. Are you thinking that these prices are too much? These packages are too costly? You should be thinking. I'll tell you the reason. The reasons are very simple. Let's talk about 11th. Student who's there in 11th standard. The first reason is, look at the price, cost effective, 2,333 rupees per month. If you just look at per day wise, what is the price? 78 rupees per day. This is what you are going to pay. And if you just look at per subject wise, it is 26 rupees per day per subject. This is the amount you are paying to India's top educators. And apart from this, this cost effectiveness, there are other reasons also that a student who is in 11th, he should go for 2 years package. The first reason is, since it's a 2 years preparation, so he would like to prepare till the examination gets over. Now just imagine if his subscription package gets over before the examination and he wanted to do mock test, revision, everything, and suddenly his access to knowledge bank has been stopped. Would he feel confident while going to the examination? Obviously no. Second one is, since it's a 2 years preparation, so all these top educators, they have designed the courses in such a manner that within that time span, you would be completing all the topics, keeping enough time for every topic. Now somehow your subscription gets over in between. Again, you would not feel confident while going to the examination because you are not studied those topics. So again, I would say, if you are going for, let's say, if you are in 11th, then it's always good. It's always good to go for 2 year subscription. If you are there in 11th, 12th or dropper, then go for 1 year subscription. Now, still if you feel the price is too much, then I would say use my code NK001. The prices would be reduced by 10%, and for 1 year the price would become 34,650, and for 2 years it would become 50,400. For iconic, 2 years would cost you 86,000. For 1 year it would cost you 56,000. Prices would be reduced to 50,400 and 77,400 if you apply my code NK001. Okay. Now, if you look for a suggestion, I would always suggest better you buy the subscription ASAP. The reason is very simple, because the more time you'll have for your preparation, the better result you will deliver. Cool. So it's a very simple reason, no complicated logics, nothing. Now I would like to make one announcement. That announcement is for your good evening, Ishan. This is for Unacademy Combat. So Unacademy Combat 3rd is coming on 6th of December, and I would request you guys to enroll for it on Unacademy application or Unacademy website. You have to compete live this time, and you can win rewards and prizes. Hi, good evening, Ishan. So all set for sequence and series? Ishan, all set? So Ishan, the way I am going to teach you today, I would request you, buddy, just be there with me. At least for first 1 hour. At least for first 1 hour. I'm telling you, it's like your sequence and series will be over forever, for good. Then you would never be coming back to this chapter again. Trust me. Okay, so let's go. Hi Varun, how are you, buddy? Good evening, Siddharth. Good evening. So good to see you guys together. Let's start. So let's understand what is sequence first. So sequence is, you can say it's like a set, or you can say ordered objects are there. So it's a set of ordered objects. Now, what is the difference? Now let's talk about what is the difference between set and ordered objects. I'll tell you the difference. So in set, what happens? Let's say if you are writing an element and that element is being repeated, we don't write that object again. Whereas in sequence, we can write that object again. So let's say if one is coming again, so we will write that object once again. So that's the difference, the minor difference between sequence and set. And what is a sequence? Sequence is, it's like a ordered set of some objects. Okay. Now, what is the series? So series is one sort of sequence where you represent. So let's say if one sequence has got, let's say, these elements A1, A2, A3, and you are representing these elements by an expression. Now what is that expression? It could be addition, it could be subtraction, it could be something, right? So this expression is called what? This expression is called series. Clear? I hope this is clear with everyone. If you have any doubt, you can please ask me the difference between sequence and series. Cool. Now, what is called progression then? So progression is what? In progression, so it's like, it's a sequence only. Again, it's a sequence only, but where you see a pattern. A sequence having a pattern, or you can say following a pattern. So now that's why we have got those progressions: arithmetic progression, harmonic progression, geometric progression, arithmetico-geometrical progression. So these sort of progressions are there for you. Arithmetico-geometric progression, geometric progression, arithmetic progression, harmonic progression. So there we find a certain pattern, right? Nishant, Varun, Siddharth, cool. So let's talk about these progressions. So what is arithmetic progression? So in arithmetic progression, if we just look at that progression, it looks like this. So what is the pattern here? The pattern is every term is being added. So in every term is equal to a difference, a ratio, or you can say a number being added to the previous term. So every term is equal to what? Every term is equal to the previous term and a constant, right? Whereas in geometric progression, every term is equal to what? Equal to a constant. Constant, or you can say a term. Constant term is being multiplied to the previous term. So this is the pattern. Varun says, sir, you are a great actor. I went through your YouTube channel. Thank you, Varun. Thanks a lot. So A, comma R. So A R square, A R cube, like this. Okay. Now, if you want to talk about examples, so let's talk about arithmetic examples for say 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. So as you can see, there is a difference. There is a difference of 3 in every consecutive pair. or the otherwise you can say that 16 is what? The previous term plus 3. 13 is what? The previous term plus 3. Correct? What is there in harmonic progression? So harmonic progression is like one progression. If you take the reciprocal of this, let's say if you take the reciprocal of 1 upon a1, 1 upon a2, 1 upon a3, you would find these terms in AP. Now what is AP? Your arithmetic progression. So what I mean to say is the difference between any two terms, 1 upon a3 minus 1 upon a2 will be equal to what? 1 upon a2 minus 1 upon a1. So that's what I meant. That will be equal. Cool. So far is it clear with everyone? Arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression. If you want me to give an example, so I can give you an example. Let's say 1 upon 4, 1 upon 7, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 13. So as you can see, the denominator in AP. Here? Okay. So Ishan says, alright, come on guys. Thanks a lot. You guys are being nice, but I would request you guys to just focus here. We can chit chat later. We have many time. We have a lot of time. We can chit chat later. Don't worry. Maybe somewhere in between. But let's focus right now. Let's focus on the chapter. Okay. So let's talk about other things also. So in arithmetic mean, as you can see, the difference between any two consecutive pair is same, right? So what I mean to say is, if you want to take, let's say, second or third and fourth pair, let's say third and fourth term, so a plus 3d minus a plus 2d is what? You're getting d. And same thing is if you take, let's say, first and second term, so a plus d minus a. It's the same. Every time it's the same only. So here in arithmetic progression, the very good information is you take two consecutive pair, the difference between them will be equal. In geometric, you take the ratio. You take the ratio of any two consecutive pairs, that will be the same. So what I mean to say is, if you take, let's say, third and fourth term, let's take a r cube upon a r square, that would be equal to what? R, and this is equal to what? Take second and first term, take the ratio of second to first term, you will get the same thing, R only. So this is the beauty of geometric progression, and the beauty of arithmetic progression is any consecutive pair, the difference between any two consecutive pair, same. The ratio between any two consecutive pair, that will be R. Clear? Let's move to the nth term. Nth term for all these three progression. Excuse me. See, I would be doing all these formulas in one go. I would not be covering like first I'll cover AP, then GP, then HP. No, in one go. So that everything remains in mind, like one very in a very proper organized manner. So nth term, let's talk about for AP. So in AP, if you want to talk about nth term, so how can we find out the nth term here? So as we saw, AP is like this, a plus d, a plus 2d, like this, right? Now see, the first term is a, the very first term is a, the second gets some constant added, and the third gets twice of the constant. So what does that mean? That means if I am talking about nth term, so here nth term would be what? Here nth term would be what? A plus n minus 1d. So it's, as you can see, with every term, if you just look at the multiple of constant being added, what is that? That is just before, that is one number minus, that is one number lesser, or you can say one number lesser then the term. If it is third term, then you can see multiple of g is what? 2 here. If we are talking about, let's say, nth term, then multiple of d would be what? N minus 1. Simple. If you talk about, let's say, GP, now what is this GP? So in GP, AR square. So as you can see the pattern here. The pattern is, if you want to talk about the nth term, here the common ratios exponent is what? That is one number lesser than the term. So since this is third term, as you can see, one number lesser is what? 2. So r's exponent is what? 2 here. So here nth term for GP will be what? A raised to r n minus 1. Sorted. What about HP? So in HP, we said HP is what? Let's say let's say other terms like what should I do? Let's do this way. As we know, HP is what? HP is the reciprocal of all the terms are like what? They are in HP looks like this. Correct? So in HP is what? The reciprocal of all the terms in HP is what? They are in AP. So what I mean to say is A plus D and A plus 2D, they are in AP, correct? So let's do one thing. Let's find out the nth term of this AP, then do the reciprocal. So nth term will be what? A plus n minus 1D. So nth term in HP will be what? 1 upon A plus n minus 1D. Sorted. Clear? Okay. Now let's play along with them. Thoda sa, let's do some sort of observations. So let's talk about the observations here. If you look at the series, let's say I am writing this AP starting from first term and going till nth term. Similarly, this also GP as well. Correct. Now let's do one thing. In AP, add the last term and the very first term. The very last and the first term. What is the summation you are getting? When you add them, you are getting what? A plus n minus 1D. What is that? 2A plus n minus 1D. Correct? Now, I would request you guys to add the second term from the left and the second last term of this AP. So when you add it, so second last term will be what? N minus 1 term. Correct? Let's add 1 plus D plus A plus n minus 2D. When you add it, what do you get? Twice of A plus n minus 1D. Don't you think? See, you are getting the same thing again and again. See, it's the same thing. So what is the observation can we make? The observation what we can make is, if there is if there is an AP like this, the term from the leftmost corner, plus the same term, the same number of term, or you can say the same term from the rightmost corner, if they are being added, you will get what? You will get 2A plus n minus 1D. And this is true for every pair. What I mean to say is, if you take third terms from left as well as from right and add them, you will get the same value. Now just hang on for a while. We will talk about this value also, what this value represents. We will talk about it. Just hang on. Maybe in next slide, but just remember this observation. Similarly, let's talk about GP. So in GP, if we multiply, let's say, the leftmost and the rightmost term, what do we get? Now we are multiplying product. What am I getting? A square into r is to n minus 1. Now take the second term from the left and the second term from the right. Multiply them. What are you getting? You're getting a square into r is to n minus 2. And what will you get? A square r is to n minus 1. You are getting the same thing. So like AP, there is also one observation in GP. What is this observation? Sorry guys. What is this observation? The observation is, if you multiply the same number of term, both the same number of term from left as well as from the right, you would get the same value. For an example, if you take third term from the right and third term from the left, and if you multiply them, you will get the same number if you take second term from the right and second term from the left. And you multiply, you will get the same answer. Is it clear with everyone? Ishan, Varun, Siddharth? If this is clear with everyone, just give me a thumbs up. If this is clear with you guys, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, let's move ahead then. Let's talk about the summation. How can we find the summation of all these terms? So this is a GP and this is a AP. Okay, so AP is like this, right? And this will continue like this. Similarly, your GP as well. Okay, so let's check this out. So the observation which we made, remember what observation we made? We add these leftmost and the rightmost nth, you add nth, leftmost and the rightmost terms, you will get the same answer. Correct? So now just imagine, I will take, let's say, different cases. So what I mean to say different cases, let's say now you are having n terms. So when you are having n terms, just imagine if n is even. If n is even, so how many pairs will be there? How many pairs will be there? Any idea? If n is even, so obviously how many pairs will be there? You will say n by 2 pairs, correct? Now every pair has the same value. What is the value of every pair? We just calculated 2a plus n minus 1 d. And this is your summation till nth term. Done. Your summation, your derivation is done. Now if n is odd, so when n is odd, so how many pairs will be there? You will say n minus 1 pairs will be there, sir, but one middle term will also be there. Plus one middle term. Correct? Yes or no? One middle term will also be there. Do you agree with this or not? Come on guys. Tell me. Don't you think there will be a middle term? So let's do the addition here. So when we try to add, so n minus 1 pairs are there. So n minus 1 by, n minus 1 by 2 pairs, my bad, n minus 1 pairs, n minus 1 by 2 pairs. So what I mean to say is, if let's say n is odd, for an example 9, so you will have 8 pairs, so you will have 4 pairs and 1 middle term. Fifth one is your middle term and the 4 pairs. So let's try to find out the summation. N minus 1 by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d here, plus what is the middle term? What will be the middle term? Can you please say it? Tell me guys, what will be the middle term? A plus, come on guys, say it. So your middle term will be n plus 1 by 2 minus 1d. So this will be your middle term. Do you agree with this or not? Tell me, do you agree with this or not? Siddharth Yadav says a plus n by 2 plus 1d. Siddharth, okay, so let's talk about the middle term first. So if n is even, so if n is odd, tell me which one will be the middle term. Tell me. So obviously first what you'll do is you'll add 1 and then divide it by 2. So this will be your what? This will be your n plus 1th by 2. This will be exactly middle term. Now if you want to find out this middle term, you for this corresponding to this term, n plus 1 by 2th term, this will be your AP value. This will be the value of your AP. Yes or no? Ishan, what I'm saying here is, so for an example, if we are talking about, let's say n is odd, n is your n. So n is your 9. If n is 9, so middle term will be what? 9 plus 1 by 2. So basically your fifth term. Fifth term will be your middle term. But to find out the fifth term in AP, how will you write it? A plus 5 minus 1 d. Yes or no? So that's what I've done here. So n is odd, then n plus 1 by 2 will be what? This will be what? N plus 1 by 2 here. This will be your middle term. And n plus 1 by 2 term will be your middle term. To find the corresponding value in AP, I'll have to write like this. Yes? Sorted? So now let's do one thing. Let's take the LCM here for this term. So if I take the LCM, so 2a plus n plus 1 minus 1, so minus 1 d. So when I took the LCM, I got this. Correct? I can take 1 by 2 common, or I can take this 2a plus n minus 1 d by 2 common. If I take that common, so what do I get? Now here what I'm adding? N minus 1 plus 1. So I'm getting the same answer. Same answer, n 2a plus n minus 1 by 2 into d into n. Right? So this formula is proven for both even and odd. So you can just remember this formula. It's very easy. What we have done, if you guys don't remember it, the easiest way to remember it, n by 2, first term and last term of the AP. That's it. Or if not first and last if first and last both are not available, then what will you do? Second last term and second term from the beginning. If those are not available, then what? Third term from the left, third term from the right. So just accept this fact, because this is a good observation. I want you to just remember things like this. Got it? Now let's talk about this. If you want to find out the summation for this. Now to find the summation for this, I would say let's keep the summation is S, A plus AR square, and let's say till AR n minus 2 plus AR n minus 1. Now let's multiply with s on both the sides. When we multiply with s on both the sides, what do I get? I get SR is equal to AR plus AR square plus AR cube until keep continuing till AR n minus 1 plus AR raised to n. Clear? Now let's subtract. When I try to subtract, what do I get? I get S minus SR. This is equal to what? See, this will cancel out, this cancel out. Only the first term and the last term will be remaining here. Correct? Now what will be the S here? S here will be A is common, 1 minus R is to n upon 1 minus R. And this is the formula you see. Now obviously, as you can see, R, if R is equal to 1, this is not defined, so R can't be equal to 1. And this formula, if you want to say that R is more than 1, then you can just change it and you can make it like this: A R is to n minus 1 upon R minus 1. It's like you took minus common from both numerator and denominator. And if R is lesser than 1 but greater than 0, then you can write it as it is, the way we are written. Clear? I hope this is clear with everyone. Okay. Now regarding summation of HP. So summation of HP is not available. No formulation is there for this. No formulation is there for this. Guys, so please remember this. It's like if they have given you certain terms, then we can do some sort of manipulation and we can calculate, but there is no specific formula given for HP's summation. Clear? Ishan, Siddharth, is it clear with you guys? Is it all clear? I hope, yes, I hope till now we have not mugged up any single formula. I'm just hoping this, because I do not want you guys to mug up any formula. Just see it and try understanding it. Yes, that is true. This should happen. This should happen. Mugging up would not help you out at all. But if 1 minus R from here, see, I took S. See, when I took S common, so I got 1 minus R. Like this. Clear, Siddharth? Shall I move further? Siddharth, if it is clear with you. Okay. Now let's talk about the odd even terms taken in a progression. Now what is this odd even terms? Any idea? Odd even terms taken in a progression. I guess I have already covered it here. Odd even terms. We already covered it. Summation to length sum. Odd even terms. Going to cover anything in this topic? Odd even terms. Yes, there is one thing I would like to cover. Yes, odd even terms. I remember now. So now just imagine. Sometimes in questions, no, not that. So odd even, what I mean to say is, sometimes what happens in question, you say that 3 terms in AP, 4 terms in GP, sometimes 4 terms in AP also. Similarly, let's say 5 terms in GP. So they would give you general. They would give you what? General terms. So in those, so when we have to assume those general 3 terms or 4 terms in AP. So how do we assume them? So whenever we assume, so we assume them like this: A plus, so A is your middle term. We always keep A as middle term. Then we move, then we add one constant, and then we subtract another constant to get the previous term. So that's what we do. So whenever there is odd terms, odd total terms are there, so first we write the middle term, then we keep moving both towards left and right with the same difference. Now, but when the even terms are there, so we start with 1 plus d and 1 minus d, and then we start moving with 2d difference, 2d common difference. A plus 3d here, and then A plus, so A minus 3d here. Same goes here for GP also. For GP we start by A by R and AR middle terms, then AR cube, and here A by R cube. Whereas here for odd terms, the middle term is always A, here AR, here A by R, then A by R square, and here A by R square. Here, so that's how we always assume. Okay, so I would like to suggest you one thing. Generally in GP, if they are multiplying the terms, if in the question in GP they are multiplying the terms, then this way or this way is always beneficial. Always beneficial. Why? Because when they are multiplying, so all the common ratios they cancel out. But if let's say they are adding or subtracting, see, when they are adding or subtracting, you can see there is a problem. Problem is, it's like they will give you also summation of something. So what would you get? You have to take the LCM, and LCM will be cross multiplied. It will become obviously an equation, but equation involving many parameters. I would suggest, if they are, let's say, adding, subtracting, so in that case assume like this: AR square, AR cube, like this. For 4 terms like this, for 5 till AR square, till AR is to 4. Is it clear with you guys? If addition, multiplication is there, then I would suggest better use this. Addition, multiplication, use this one. This one, no, it would not work with addition. It would make things complicated for you. Is it clear with Varun, Siddharth, Ishan? Is it clear with you guys? Hi Ayush buddy, कैसा है? How are you? So so Ayush, is it clear with you? Ayush, the point I made, is it clear with you? Have you understood it? Great. What about Siddharth? Let's move ahead. Now let's talk about the means. So here we'll be talking about arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. So what is your arithmetic mean? So arithmetic mean is, it's like if 2 numbers are there. Right now we are finding the mean only for 2 numbers, A and B, only for 2 numbers. And I have not said this, I have not made a comment that whether they are positive or negative. I am just simply finding this out. Okay. So arithmetic mean will be what? Here arithmetic mean will be a number which is exactly in between of these 2 numbers. So what will be that number? a plus b by 2. Now, if you don't believe this, sometimes it's obviously you will say sir, it's a common sense. But if you want me to mathematically prove it, we can prove it also. Let's say arithmetic mean is here. Now this arithmetic mean will be equidistant from both the points, correct? So arithmetic mean minus of a will be equal to what? B minus arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean will be what? A plus b by 2. Clear? Now let's talk about geometric mean. Geometric mean, again two numbers are there, a and b. Now you would say, sir, this number should have what? Should not exactly in between. See, it can't be exactly in between. You would say, sir, whatever the ratio is b by a, whatever the ratio you will get from here, I want that this geometric mean, this geometric mean should you can say geometric mean should have the same ratio from both the points. Now what does that mean? I'll make you understand. So let's say geometric mean is here, somewhere in between, but not exactly in between. So geometric mean upon a will give you same ratio, and this same ratio is equal to what? B upon geometric mean. So geometric mean is what? Root of a b. Clear? Similarly, if you want to talk about harmonic mean, so in harmonic mean, let's say 2 points a and b, they are in HP. So what does that mean? If they are in HP, so they are reciprocals. This will be AP. True? Correct? Absolutely right. So let's find out the arithmetic mean for this. And you will say, for sir, a plus b upon ab by 2. That's what you will say. But if we take the reciprocal, what we'll get? We'll get harmonic mean, so twice of ab upon a plus b. That's it. Sorted. I hope it's not too difficult for you guys. It's very easy for all. Varun, Ayush, Siddharth, and Nishant. Here. Now let's move ahead and try understanding this. Introducing n means for all these three series. For all these three series, let's talk about arithmetic means, geometric means, and your harmonic means. Okay, so again, two numbers are being given to you, AB, here also AB, and here also AB. So now I want to introduce n. N means between these two numbers. Now just think, those who have studied with those who have studied permutation combination with me, they would also understand this. So see, I want to introduce n means in between. Correct? So how many gaps I need to make? So how many gaps I have to make? See, I am adding how many numbers? N numbers. So basically I have to make n plus 1 gaps. How many gaps? N plus 1 gaps. Or if you are not getting with this, so other way could be, see, n terms are there, correct? Now these two terms are also there. So total terms are what? N plus 2 terms are there. True. So now arrange n plus 2 terms. So between n plus 2 terms are, how many gaps are there? You would say, yes sir, n plus 1 gaps are there, correct? So what I am doing right now is, so between these two terms, I need to develop how many gaps? N plus 1 gaps. So for each gap, the length should be what? So it's like I want to divide a line in n plus 1. In n plus 1, you can say small lines. So what will be the length of each line? So that will be what? Basically d. d minus a upon n plus 1. Sorted. if you are not getting with this, if you are not understanding with this concept also, I guess people are saying n. So just hang on, I'll make you understand. So let's say I have A and B. Okay, now I want to introduce, let's say 3. I want to introduce 3 terms, 3 arithmetic means in between. So 1, 2, 3. Let's say A1, A2 and A3. Now tell me, how many gaps I have created? Check. 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap and 4 gaps. I have created 4 gaps. And this gap is what? This gap is, you can say this is representing the difference between 2 terms. Yes or no? So that's what I have done. If you are not getting, you are finding it very difficult, you're not finding it intuitive. So what you can do is, see, this is the first. So n arithmetic mean I introduce in between. Fine. This is my first term. This is my first term. Total how many terms are there? Total there are n plus 2 terms. So if I want to write B, my n plus 2 terms. So how will I write it? B is equal to first term plus n by 2th term minus 1 into D. So what will be? B minus A upon n plus 1 is equal to D. Happy with this? You would say. Oh. No. I said when you introduce n numbers, how many gaps would you create? How many gaps would you create? So my concern was this. So I hope now this is clear with you guys. Clear? Okay. So now let's talk about the values of these arithmetic mean. So once this is done, see, once you have calculated the difference, this D, after that everything is very easy. It's like a easy ride. So first arithmetic mean will be what? A plus D. First arithmetic mean will be what? A plus D. Second will be what? A plus, you have to move twice, so 2D. Similarly, you write other arithmetic means also. I hope now you do not need to mug up the formulas for this also. Yes. Now let's talk about geometric mean. So now between geometric mean, I have to introduce n numbers. Again, basically whatever the ratio is, whatever the ratio between these two numbers is, I have to divide this ratio in how many terms, in how many parts? We'll say n plus 1 parts. Yes or no? So your common ratio for geometric means will be what? B by A raised to 1 upon n plus 1. Is it clear? If you have not understood it, it's okay. Mathematically, other way I can do proof for you. See how many terms are there? You will say n plus 2 terms are there, sir. Fine. First term is A. I don't know R, but what is the B? B is your n plus 2 term. So B, and this is what? N plus 2 minus 1. Fine. So B by A is equal to R n plus 1. So you can say R is what? B by A raised to upon n plus 1. So both ways I have proved for you, using the gap idea and using your mathematical approach. Fine. So again, now you have found the common ratio. So first term is what? Your A. First geometric mean will be what? A into R. What is R here? B by A upon B by A raised to n plus 1. Similarly, geometric mean 2 will be what? A into B by A 1 this square 2 upon n plus 1. Clear? Similarly, you can keep writing. Now let's talk about harmonic mean. To find out harmonic mean, the basic funda is then 1 upon A and 1 upon B will be what? They'll be in AP. Once they are in AP, then find the common difference and you have to divide again in how many parts? N plus 1 parts. If you are introducing n harmonic mean, so let's divide. So your common difference here will be what? 1 upon, the last term is what? 1 upon B The first term is 1 upon a upon n plus 1. So this is your difference. So a minus b upon ab into n plus 1. Is it clear with everyone? If this is clear, then we can move further. You can tell me. Here guys, what about others? Siddharth, Ishan. Where is Ishan? Ishan, are you there or you left the class? Is Ishan there or he left the class? Okay, anyways, so this is your arithmetic, so this is a common difference of arithmetic mean. Clear? Now, if you want to write any term of HP, how will you write? How will you write? You'll have to take the reciprocal. Fine. So, if you want to write any term, let's say H1, so how will you write? You will say 1 upon AP. So what I'll do is, first let's do one thing. First find the AP term. So first let's find the first arithmetic for this. The first term 1 upon a plus the common difference a minus b upon n plus 1 ab. Clear? Once you found this arithmetic first mean, you can take the reciprocal. So reciprocal will be what? So h m1 will be what? 1 upon a plus a minus b n plus 1 ab. Similarly, you can do for second also. For second, you will have to multiply here. You will have to write 2d. You will have to write 3d. Clear? Clear, everyone? Is it clear with everyone? Varun, Siddharth, Abhinav? Okay. Now let's find out some observations also. So I'll write down observations here only. We can discuss those observations. Give me a moment. I'm changing the color. Yes. Let's talk about the observations here. Now just imagine if someone comes and says, give me the summation of all the arithmetic mean in two numbers. Between two numbers. So tell me one thing. Don't you think it's very easy for you? Okay, fine. Sum of all the arithmetic means. So someone came and says, add me all these Bijka numbers. So you would say, fine. How many total terms are there? You will say n plus 2 total terms are there. Divided by 2. Then first and last term a plus b minus the first and the last term. So what I've done is I have found the summation of all the n plus 2 terms, then subtracted first and last term. Here, summation of all the terms starting from a to b minus first and last term. That's it. This is what I've done. So what it will be, a plus b common. So n plus 2 minus 1. So it is what, n by 2 only. So in a way, what it is? So summation of all the arithmetic means between two numbers is what? n times the arithmetic mean of a and b. N times the arithmetic mean of a and b. Correct? Similarly, if I come and says multiply, give me the product of all the geometric mean, then you would say, okay, fine, how many total terms are there? So you can start from, let's say, when you are multiplying a into this, a into this. So how many times you are getting? A you are getting n plus 2 times, correct? See, starting from here, starting from a to b, then I'll be dividing it. If you do not want to divide it, it's your choice, it's okay. What we can do is we can start from a r, we can start from a r till a r n plus 1. We can do that also. If you want, we can do that also. So start from a r, multiply with again a r square, and keep multiplying till a r n plus this is n plus 1 term. So I have to write it as n only. Here I have to write till arn because it is n plus 1 term of this. Or if you don't agree with this, then what you can do is, this is first your geometric mean, so ar, second is ar square, third one is ar cube, till nth geometric mean. When you multiplied it, what are you getting? You are getting a raised to n into r raised to what? R raised to summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What is summation? N into n plus 1 by 2. Yes. Now you can put the value of r. What is the r? B by a. So I'm doing it here. So you guys can see here above. An into r is what? B by a. And n plus 2 by 2. And then n plus 1. N plus 1, n plus 1. This will cancel out. So this will also cancel out. So I got n by 2 into b n by 2. Correct? Now what it is geometric mean is what? Root AB times n. So this is geometric mean raised to n. This is geometric mean raised to n. If you take the product of all the geometric means between two numbers, what will be? That will be geometric mean raised to n. Here, this is also one of the observations. Fine. Siddharth, Ayush, Varun. दोस्तों clear है? Is it clear with you guys? Okay, perfect, Abhinav, Ayush. What about Ishan and the other guys? Ishan, Varun, Siddharth is there with me. That's really good. What about Ishan? Ishan is left, I guess. It seems he has left the class. Okay, so let's start the questions one by one. Now our questions are being started. So let's solve this question. Read the question. The question says, find the sum of first 24 terms. Find the sum of first 24 terms of the AP starting from A1 till A24, where they have given this information. A1 plus A5 plus A10 plus A15 plus A20 plus A24 is equal to 225. This is what they have given. Now, Siddharth, Ayush, Varun, don't you think when you see this term, the very first thing which clicked my mind is, oh, someone is saying this. 24 terms, so very first term and the last term, and okay, fifth term from the left, fifth term from the right, okay, 10th term from the left, 10th term from the right. The moment I saw this, it just clicked my mind. So I said, okay, fine. So basically, this guy has given me what? This guy has given me this thing, 2a plus n minus 1d. What? It is basically, he has given me 3 pairs. 3 pairs. Okay, fine. 2 to 5, sorted. So this inside part is what? This inside part for me is what? Basically this. 75. Okay, fine. It is 75. Now I have how many pairs? 24 terms are there. So basically, how many pairs I have got? I've got 12 pairs. So n by 2 into the same term we have to write. 75. So 24 divided by 12. So by 2, 12. 75. So I should get 900. Done. That's the answer. Very easy sum. So why I could do it? Because I emphasized a lot on first and last term, addition of the nth term from the left corner plus the nth term from the right corner summation. I emphasize on that a lot. So I would request, see, all these things I'm telling you guys, playboard again. If you just look at your books or maybe your boards books, everywhere they just write these two things. They keep writing this thing, a plus n minus 1d. They'll keep writing this. So if you use that formula for nth term, for a1, a5 and this, so what will you find? You will find that your two variables are there. A is also a variable and d is also a variable. You would find two variables are there and only one equation is being given to you. Because A is unknown to you, D is also unknown to you. And you have just applied this formula. A plus 4D plus A plus 9D plus A plus 14D plus A plus 19D. So you will find two variables in one equation. And then you will not be able to solve this question at all. So that's why I do not want you guys to be, very much formula based. No. Better have the basics with you. Cool? Let's move ahead. Let's solve this question. What does this question says? The question says if the sequence A1, A2, A3 till AN and it will continue till A2N, okay, 2N terms are there, forms an AP, then prove that. Okay, tell me guys, would you like to solve this question or shall I solve it? Tell me guys, shall I solve it or would you like to solve it? Say it quickly. Siddharth, Ayush, Varun. Tell me, would you like to solve it or shall I solve it for you guys? No response, so I'll solve it. Sir, aap hi kar do. Okay. Now look at this. This is what AP. Now when I look at these terms, what do I feel? I saw that this is a square minus b square, a square minus b square, a square minus b square. This sort of thing is written. So I said fine, let's use it. At least when a square minus b square is written, I can do at least a minus b. And when I do a minus b, it is what? It is basically the difference of two consecutive terms. See, when I will be doing a1 minus a2, a1 plus a2 here, and here also a3 minus a4, a3 plus a4, keep continuing till last term, a2n minus 1, a2n and till a of 2n minus 1 plus a of 2n. At least these differences will give me what? A constant value, the common difference, right? So I'll pull it out. So what it is, when I'm reducing, when I'm subtracting a2 from a1, I am subtracting the following term. So I should get what? Minus d, not d, minus d. So minus d, I'll pull it out. So what is left for me now? A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, and this will continue till where? Till 2n terms. Yes or no guys? What do you think? It will continue till 2n terms, right? Now as you can see what it is, don't you think it looks like a summation of all an AP till 2n terms, right? So let's write down the summation. Minus d. Now how shall I write? See, if I'm going to write see, look at the term which is there on the right hand side. Right hand term says a1 square minus a2n. It is not talking about the standard formula of the summation. What is the formula? Formula is total terms divided by twice of a plus n minus 1 d. No, it is not talking about that. It is introducing what a1 and a2n. So a1 is what first term, a2n is what last term. So can we write the summation using the summation of using the first term and the last term? Yes, we can. How? First we'll have to write the total number of pairs. How many pairs are there? 2n by 2 pairs are there. Multiplied with what? Multiplied with the first term and the last term summation. So a1 plus a2n. Okay. Now 2 will cancel out. So what is left with me? N into minus d. a1 plus a of 2n. Clear? Now it says a1 minus a2n. a1 minus a2n. How can I introduce this? I can. Now tell me how. If I want to write, or if you have enough understanding the way I made you understand the arithmetic mean. So between a1 and a2n, how many times, or you can say how many multiples of d are there? N, 2n minus 1. If you don't believe me, it's okay. What we can do is we can write a2n as what? a1 plus, this is what a2n is what? It is the 2nth term. So how will I write? First term plus n minus 1, so 2n minus 1 d, right? So my a2n minus a1 upon 2n minus 1 will be what? It will be equal to d. So let's introduce this here. So this is your d. So what I'll do is I have to write minus d. So I'll take negative sign. So I'll write it like a1 minus a2n like this. Now I can use the same formula. What is that? A square minus b square formula. a1 square a2n square upon n times 2n minus 1. Clear? Siddharth, Abhinav, Siddharth, Ayush and Varun, and we have the last buddy, what's his name? Ishan. Is it clear with you guys? All 4 of you. Is it clear with you? Yes sir. अभी ना I want you to solve 1 or 2 questions at least. ऐसे तो नहीं कि हम लोग सिर्फ सर से questions करवाने आए हैं. You also solve some questions. Fine. Let's move to our next question. Okay. Read this question. What the question says: find the degree of the expression. Find the degree. Now, what is the degree? What is the meaning of degree? Degree means the highest exponent of x. Correct? Siddharth says, yes sir, bye, I have to go, I have another class. Siddharth, where are you going? Abhi to, he just started. Okay. What is highest exponent? Okay, what is the degree? Degree means highest exponent of x in the polynomial. In the polynomial, okay. Now tell me, how can I find the highest polynomial, highest exponent? It's very simple. See, every factor is in what? Product. So it's better we multiply the x with x raised to 6, then the product should multiply to x raised to 11, and then it keeps multiplying like this till x raised to 101. Okay, so the highest exponent term will be what? X into x raised to 6, x raised to 11, x raised to, your difference is 5, so 16. It will keep multiplying till what? X 101. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Yeah, it's a, no buddy, it's an AP. How can you say it's a GP? So now I am adding, see, all the powers they add up. When base is same, and they are multiplying, so all the powers, all the exponents, they get added up. So 1 plus 6 plus 11 plus 16, and this will continue till 101. Okay, Siddharth, it's okay. Have a good class for chemistry. Clear? So now let's add these terms. So how will you add these terms? Tell me. How will you add these terms? So first, if you don't know how many terms are going to be there, I would request find the value of n. So as you can see, nth term is your 101. So nth term is 101. So first term is 1 plus n minus 1. What is the common difference? We can see that is 5. So this is 100 by 5. So n minus 1 is what? 20. So total how many terms are there in this series? Total 21 terms are there. So if you want to find the summation of total, you want to find the summation of 21 terms, so how will you find it? It's very easy. Total n by 2. So 21 by 2. Then addition of first and last term. So 1 plus 101. What it is? X 21 by 2 into what? 102. So this will cancel out 51. Correct? 51. And multiply 21 into 51. What it is? You can just multiply 5, 21. So you'll have what? 1, 2 here. Then 105 plus 2. So 1. So total we'll have 1071. Yes, Abhinav, absolutely right. Cool. Is it clear with you? Any doubt so far? No. Okay. Easy question. So Ayush is cool. What about Ishan and who's the Varun Raj? Varun, are you there? Let's solve this question. The question is, we have to prove that a sequence is an AP. Sequence is what? It is an AP. If the sum of its n terms, is of the form like this sort of form, where A and B are only constants. Okay. Prove that this sequence is an AP if the sum of its n terms is of the form. Okay. So see, there could be 2-3 approaches. One approach could be, why don't we find the common difference? Common difference. If common difference is what? If common difference is not dependent upon value of n, then we can say, what I mean to say is, see, with every term, common difference remains the same. It is not dependent upon the term. It's not dependent upon the nth term. What I mean to say is, if we have 1, 3, 5, 7, so you can see common difference is always the same, 2, 2, 2. It is not varying with the terms. So one way is, we can find the common difference and we can find it a constant. Then we can just make the statement clear that, you know, it is what? It is like, it is an AP. So let's do this way. So how to find the common difference? So common difference, how to find the common difference? We used to find the common difference when we used to take two consecutive pair and when we used to subtract them, right? So what do we need? We need the, let's say, n plus 1 term and nth term, then only we can find the common difference, correct? Now what this guy has done is, this guy has given us the summation. Now how to find the nth term using the summation? Tell me. It's very easy. See, if I know the summation till nth term, starting from 1, so starting from a1 and I'm going till an. Fine. Now what will be Sn plus 1? Sn plus 1 will be starting from 1 but till going what? Till going n plus 1th term. Now just imagine if I subtract this Sn from Sn plus 1, what will I get? Every term will cancel out, only I'll get what? An plus 1, correct? So how can we write this? Nth or n plus 1th term, we can just subtract the summation of two terms, two consecutive terms. So let's do it. I'll write it like this: Sn plus 1 minus Sn minus, what will be Tn? So Tn you can write similar fashion, Sn minus Sn minus 1. That's it. Simple. So let's write down here. So what it is, Sn plus 1 is what? A. This is still nth term. So for n plus 1, we have to replace n with n plus 1. So let's replace. Minus an square minus bn, again Sn, so I'll just multiply with twice, fine, plus an plus, so an minus a times this plus b times n minus 1. That's it. Let's open the brackets here. When we open the brackets, what I can see is it is what? A times n square plus 1 plus twice of n. This is what? B times n, b times n plus 1. This is twice of a n square minus a, just hang on, minus, this is twice, this is plus, sorry guys, this is plus, minus of twice of bn plus a n square plus 1 minus of twice of n and plus b n minus 1. Let's see how many terms are being cancelled out. See, this is what a n square and this is also a n square. We are getting twice of negative of a n square, so these terms will cancel out. So n square terms are over. Now we have only a from here. A to n. See, a to n we are getting from here, minus, negative, so this will cancel out with this. So I am having a from here. Then from bn, let's talk about bn. Bn is being cancelled out. This bn are being cancelled out with this twice of bn. This is over. So only a and only b is left from here. Minus, these terms are over. Then I have what? I have got a from back, and from here I have got minus of b. So b will cancel out, so I am getting what? Twice of a. Only twice of a. And it is clearly mentioned in this question itself that a and b, both of them are what? They are like a constant. If they are like a constant, then we can easily say that the common difference is independent of your n, your terms, your n. Clear? Is it clear, guys? Cool. So shall we move to our next question? Ayush, Varun, is it clear, guys? If it is clear, shall I move? Great. Ayush, at least solve one or two questions for me. Okay, this is a very easy question. Fine, solve it for me. If A, B, C, D, E, F are arithmetic means between 2 and 12, then find the sum of A, B, C, D, E, F. Do it for me. I'll just grab some water. Meanwhile, you solve. Ayush, meanwhile, you solve this question. Okay, Ayush, I'll give you time. Now I'll give you time. You have 1 minute to solve. 1 minute is more than enough for this question. Come on, Ayush. Ishan, Ishan, if you have any doubt, you can ask. What happened, Ayush? Did you get stuck with arithmetic means and all? With the formulation and all? If you have, just say yes. If you not, then give me the answer. Because doing, sir. Come on, Avinav. Any idea? Okay, fine. I'll do it for you. It's okay. There is no use of this arithmetic mean at all. There is no use. See, it's like 2 and 12. Two numbers are given to you, and there are 6 numbers in between. So overall, if you just look at this series, this arithmetic series, progression, how many terms are there? 8 terms are there, correct? Now someone is asking you to find the summation of what? Which is there in between. And if you remember, we did this observation. Even in theory also, I explained this observation. That if you want to find the summation of all these, if you want to find the summation of all these arithmetic mean, what it will be? It will be n times of arithmetic mean of these two numbers. So 2 plus 12 by 2. What it is? This is 6 into 7. 42. That's it. Done. Question is done. You are not supposed to get get stuck in this. Otherwise, let's say if you are not thinking about this, it's okay. Consider that say these are 8 terms. What? These are 8 terms in AP. 8 terms in AP. Fine. So I know the summation of 8 terms is what? 8 by 2. First and the last term is given to me, so 14 minus. Since I have to find the summation of these 6 terms which are there in between, minus 14. Simple. So this is 4. So 3 into 14, again 42. That's it. This sum was very easy sum. I told you now. See, if you are getting stuck with this arithmetic mean formulation and all, you're just wasting your time. It's a one-liner. This question was one-liner. And it was not about the trick and formula. No. I'm not talking about the trick and formula. It's all about the observation. The observation I shared with you. See, attending or preparing for JEE is what? It is all about making observations. The more observations you make, the more time you save in the examination. Okay, Ayush? I hope you must have understood this. Let's move to our next question, Ayush. Okay. Let's solve this question for me. Ayush, try this question. Read it. Let's read this question. And tell me the process, what you are thinking. Come on. Okay. So Ayush, I guess Ayush, we can take 4 terms as. Okay. So let me read it. What it says. Divide 28 into 4 parts in an AP. Very good. So basically, summation of all those 4 terms will be what? $28. Cool. DD will cancel out, 3D, 3D will cancel out. So we have A's value, that will be what? 7. Very good. So that the ratio of the product of first and third. First and third. So first and third. A minus 3D into A plus D. First and third with the product of, so that the ratio of the product of first and third with the product of second and fourth is what? 8 by 15. That's it. Okay, it's okay, Ayush. Good. So punch the value of 7 and multiply and solve it. It will be a quadratic equation. So 7 minus 3D. So 7 plus D into 15 is equal to what? 7 minus D, 8 times 7 minus D and 7 plus 3D. Let's multiply now. 14, 49. 49 here. Can I simplify it by any chance? No, not possible right now. So let's solve it. Okay. 7. Okay, then 7D, then minus 21D plus D square to 15. This is equal to what? 8 times. We'll have 49 plus 21D minus 7D minus 3D square. Okay, got it? What is the answer? What is the answer are you getting? Can you please tell me? I'll just cross verify. Tell me. So this says I'll take every single term to here. So what do I have? I have minus 24 minus 24D square, and this is what? Minus of 45. So 45D square will be like this. Then I have got this positive 14D, 14 into 8. So let's leave with 14 right now. 14 into 8. What this? From here minus 14D. Minus 14 will come here. Positive 14. Positive 14 into 15. So 23. So 23 into 14. D. So Abhinav, what is the answer are you getting? Tell me the answer. So this is 49. This is 49, but it is positive, so it will come here. So I'll have 7 into 49 is equal to 0. Now let's solve this. So finally I get 21D square plus 23 into 14 D minus 17 into 49 equal to 0. Let's try doing the factorization. If factorization you can't think of, I would say directly use the formula and get the answer. Factorization is I think. So let's take the 7 common. So 7 common, when we take 7 common, so I have 3D square plus 23 into this will become 46D minus 49 is equal to 0. So 3 into 49, 147, 147. 3D square plus 49D minus 3D minus 49 is equal to 0. So we have 3D plus 49 and I can take d common. So when I take d common, so what do I have? I took d common, d minus 1. So d is 1. D is 1. Yes, very good, Ayush. D is 1. So basically, what all terms we have now? We have 6, 8, and 6, 8, and 7, 7 minus 3, 4, and here 7 plus 3, 10. So we have 4, 6, 8, 10. So 18, 18 plus 10, 28. So these are the terms. Very good, Ayush. Good. Let's move ahead and let's solve other questions. Look at this question. The question says, for what value of n? For what value of n? This is the arithmetic mean of a and b. So what value of n? For what value of n? This will be equal to what? This will be equal to a plus b by 2. This is what the question says. Now tell me. Yes, minus 49 by 3, that is not possible. Right, because you are dividing 28 into 4 parts. You are dividing 28 into 4 parts. Those 4 parts will have to be positive. You can't divide this into negative part. Negative part is not possible. Okay, now let's do this question. Tell me, how will you solve this? A n plus 1 plus b n plus 1 upon a n plus b n is equal to a plus b by 2. So easiest approach could be what? Just cross multiply, that's it. When we start cross multiplying, so what do I have? A raised to 2n plus 1 plus twice of b raised to 2n plus 1 is equal to what? A n plus 1 plus a n into b plus b n into a plus b n plus 1. Clear? So now this will get cut and this will get cut. So what do I have now? I have only a n plus 1. Now I have from here b n plus 1 sorted. Now look at these terms. I have a n, I'll bring them here only. So a and b minus b and a is equal to 0. Now think what I can do. See, if you see this thing, if you take a n common from these two terms, a minus b, and if you take b n common from this, what do you get? B minus a, 0. Basically I can say, since a n minus b n, a n minus b is equal to 0. Now since these are two different numbers, so a minus b can't be equal to 0. Okay, let's say this can't be equal to 0. If this can't be equal to 0, then a n is equal to b n. That is the case, then a by n will have to be 1. Correct? So first, obviously, as we have assumed that a n minus b, this can't be equal to 0. So obviously, so that means a and b both can't be equal. So obviously, a by b can't be 1. So the only possible option is n needs to be 0. The n, this needs to be 0. Then only it is possible. And we can check also. So a plus b upon 2 only we are getting it. The moment we keep n is equal to 0 here. Ayush, is it clear? Ayush, is it clear with you? Since a and b are different. Ayush, is it clear with you? Ayush, Ishan. Okay, no issues. I feel like stretching myself. Where's the mic now? It is. Ayush, is it clear now? Perfect. Great. Let's solve another question. Read this question. The question is, between 1 and 31 are inserted m arithmetic means. So between 1 and m, how many arithmetic means have you inserted? M. So that the ratio of 7th and m minus 1th means is what? 5:9. Then we have to find the value of m. So again, it's very easy. So the ratio is given to you. When the ratio is given to you, it's like you just need to write the 7th arithmetic mean and m minus 1th arithmetic mean. So before writing the arithmetic means, what do we require? We require the common difference. What is the common difference? 31 minus 1 upon, this is m arithmetic means he has introduced. So we have to divide with what? M plus 1. 30 m plus 1. Cool. So let's equate. A is basically a 1 plus 7th. 7th is your this 7th will be your 7th term. Arithmetic means 7th term, yes. 7th into d will be 30 into m plus 1. See, remember it says 7th arithmetic means. So for 7th arithmetic mean, it is not going to be 7 minus 1. It is not like AP term. You have to understand this. The very first term is what? Your number itself. Your number itself is the first term. So here term becomes a plus d. First arithmetic means is what? A plus d. Second is a plus 2d. So in this fashion, the 7th arithmetic mean will have 7 here in multiplication. Please remember this. I have seen people committing mistake with this. Then 1 plus m minus 1, 30th m plus 1, 5:9. Let's cross multiply. So 9 plus 9 times, so 270 m minus 1 upon m plus 1. This is equal to what? Sorry, my bad. What am I doing? 9 plus 270 into 7. My bad, I'll write it again. So 9 plus, let's say 63 into 30 upon m plus 1. And this is equal to what? 5, and that means 150 m minus 1 upon m plus 1. So now this will become what? 4. Let's take the LCM. When I take the LCM, so what will I get? I get 4m plus 4 plus 63 into 30 upon m plus 1, and this is equal to what? 150 times m minus 1 upon m plus 1. M plus 1 will cancel out. Here, so I am left with now 4m plus 4 times, let's multiply now. So I'll have 0, 9 and again 18. So 1800 and 390, correct. This is equal to what? 150m minus 150. So 146m will be equal to what? 146m will be equal to, this will go here, so I'll have 19, 20, 20, 40, 2040 and 2044. So this will be this. So finally my m will be what? 20044 divided by 146. What it will be? It should be approximately 146. I think it should be somewhere around 40. 14 times. Let's see. So once, so 146. So I'll have 204, 146. So I have for 8 here. Then it is 9, 9 and 5. 58. So 58, 4. 58, 4. I think multiplied with 4. 14, I guess 14 is the answer. 14 is the answer. What about Ayush? What are you getting? Ayush, what about you? What are you getting? 887 plus 73. Okay, so let's do it's 798. So basically 890 plus 70, 960. 960. 960, 12 is 250. Abhinav, what have you done? Can you please tell me what was your process? What exactly went wrong in your case? Sir, oh, 887 dividing 73. For sure, 14 you will not get answer 47 or for 14 for sure, because 14 into 73 will give you what? Even number. You are dividing odd by odd. You have committed a mistake. Certainly, you have committed a mistake. I would request you to just cross check, or maybe you can do your question once again. Okay, tell me one thing. Have you written the terms like this? Have you written the numerator like this and denominator like this? Have you written the denominator and numerator like this? If not, then you have made a conceptual mistake. Then if you have written it like this, then there must be a calculation mistake, at least no conceptual mistake. I'm majorly worried about conceptual mistakes. Okay guys, so let's move to our next question. So what is our next question? Next question is, find the sum of n terms of the sequence. Find the sum of n terms of the sequence. So the question is asking us to find this. Summation of this until n terms. Okay, so n terms means, so it should be x raised to n plus 1 upon x raised to n raised to square, like this. So there must be some calculation mistake. It's okay, you can cross check it later on. Now let's come to this question. Read the question before we proceed. So the question says we have to find the sums of n terms of the sequence. So first term is like this, second term is like this, and third term is like this. So similarly, your nth term will be what? Here on the third term we can see it is x raised to 3. So for nth term it will be what? And x raised to n. Okay. Now this is what? Square. Everywhere it is written as square. So let's expand this square. So what I'll have x square upon 1 upon x square plus 2. For this also what I'll have x raised to 4, or let's write it like this, x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2. Similarly for nth term, it will be what? X raised to n square plus 1 upon x raised to n square plus 2. Like this. Here. Now, what I could see is, see 2 constant terms are there. How many constant terms are there? N. So 2n directly. Now if I look at this x square, x square cube, right? What it is? X raised to n square. So what I can do is, I can take this 2 inside and take this n outside. I can do it. See, anyone can write like this. X raised to n square can be written as x square n. We can write it like this. So if I write like this, so what will I have? I'll have x square square, x cube. So instead of this cube writing here, I'll write x square here and cube outside. Similarly for fourth order also, square inside, fourth order term out. The 4 exponent is out. So x raised to square until x raised to n. Similarly for this fraction also. I'm doing the same thing. Ayush, I hope you are being with me. Clear? Now, look at this. Don't you think it is looking like 2 GPs, right? So let's find the summation of GPs. So 2n plus, what is the summation for this? Here the first term is what? X square. What is the common ratio? Common ratio is also the same. And how many terms? N terms are there. Minus 1 upon common ratio minus 1. Plus for this, what is the first term? First term is this. What is the common ratio here? Common ratio, if we are considering x square as more than 1. If we are considering x square as more than 1, so certainly 1 upon x square will be lesser than 1. Summation will be what? 1 minus 1 upon x square raised to n upon 1 minus 1 upon x square. Let's solve it further. Twice of n plus this term as it is, x raised to 2n minus 1 upon x square minus 1 plus x square will go up, it will be cancelled out. So finally what will I have? I'll have, if I take the LCM also, I'll have x raised to 2n minus 1 upon, I'll have x square here minus 1 here, x square will go up, that will cancel out. So in denominator I'll have this extra term also, x raised to 2n. Okay, so now as I can see common terms, these common terms are there. So let's pull them out. Now I have x square 1 upon x raised to 2n. So this is the final answer we will get. This is the final answer we will get. What about Ayush? Ayush, what are you getting? Ayush, what are you getting? Are you also getting the same thing or something else? Ayush, any observation? No response from Ayush, so we'll move ahead. Let's come to this question. You are still trying. Okay, Abhinav, Ayush, I would say you can just go back and check the video later if you will not be able to solve it. Now just leave this question and solve this question. I'll wait for you to try this question. I'll give you a minute. I'll give you 60 seconds to solve this question, or maximum, let's say 90 seconds. Let's try solving this, Ayush. Ayush, were you able to think about something? As in, how will you approach it? What is the given information in the question? Once you know the given information, then it becomes easier for us to reach the objective from a destination. Sorry, from your source point. From source, it becomes easier for us to reach the destination. Okay, a minute is over, so I'll solve it. So let's see what is the given information here in this question. The given information is only this. Fifth term of a GP. So fifth term is what? A into r raised to 5 minus 1, and this is equal to 2. So basically someone has given you this. A r raised to 4 is equal to 2. That's it. Now what it has asked for us to find the product of first 9 terms. First 9 terms. So starting from AR, and it is going till AR8. Fine. When we multiply, so how many times we have A? We have 8 times. Sorry, 8 times or 9 times? 9 times. We have 9 times 8. Then R starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the exponents, they will add it up, and they will add up. What we'll get? A9 into R starting from 1 to 8. So we'll have 8 into 9 by 2. How did I find this summation? It's very easy. Summation of natural numbers starting from, let's say, 1 to n. This will be what? N is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This is the summation. So that's what I've done. So what it will be? It will be a raised to n into r. So this 2 will cancel out. We'll have 4 here. So we'll have r raised to 36. Now this is what? It seems like as if someone has done this. Right? Now what is the value of this? This is given to us already. What is the value? 2. So 2 raised to 9. What it is? It is 16 into 16, 256 into 2, 512. Done? Ayush, did you get this? Okay. So now let's move to other question. The question says 3 numbers. Oh, Narit Chatterjee. Narit, good to see you here. Good to see you. After so long. I saw you in Unacademy Plus. Search, you told me to give you a hat, but I cannot find in search option. By the way, sir, you look like Captain America, Steve Rogers. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Narit. But I want you to solve now questions. Narat, since you have come, so why don't you just join us and solve some questions? It's okay. It's okay, Narat. To give me a hat, what you have to do is go to the application and go to my profile. On my profile, you can give me a hat. Once you go to my profile, oh, you have to study physics. What are you studying now in physics? It's there in the description itself. See, check the description. They have given my profile. If you want, I'll give you the link. Did you find it? If you have not found it, this is my link. Now you can go to my profile and you can give me a hat. And Narith, I would like to share this information with you that tomorrow I am conducting special classes on previous year questions on differential equation and definite integration also. So two special classes are there. One is in the morning around 7 and one is there in the afternoon somewhere around 4 o'clock. So two special classes are there tomorrow. I have shared the link. You can come tomorrow. Ayush, you can also come. Ayush, you can also come tomorrow to attend free special class. Are you there on Unacademy, Ayush? Great. Are you a plus subscriber or iconic subscriber? Okay, perfect. So you can also come tomorrow. Fine. So let's solve this question. Thanks for coming, Narith. Thanks for coming. So the question is, three numbers are in GP. There are three numbers which are there in GP. So let's say whose sum is 70. Whose sum is what? 70. Now see, do you think, shall I go ahead with this A by R, A and AR? Shall I go ahead with this? No. Why? Because they are talking about sums. No point in taking this. Better we can take this AR and AR square. This would be better, I think. Okay. So what is the question here? Three numbers are in GP. Fine. Whose sums is 70. So A plus AR. If the extremes be each multiplied by 4. Extremes. If they are being multiplied by 4, the means by 5. If the extremes be each multiplied by 4 and the means, okay, and the middle term, okay, by 5, they will be in AP. Then you have to find the numbers. Okay, so this is one equation. Just excuse me, Ayush. Narith is saying something. Narith says, "Sir, your profile is not showing." How is it possible, Narith? My profile is always there on an Academy platform. It's always there. Narith, are you a plus subscriber? Are you a plus subscriber? So I am sharing my classes link. So you can click on my classes link and then you can just go to my profile. Then you can go to my this classes link. This is the class link. You can come here Okay, so you can come here and you can easily access my profile. Fine. Okay, so let's come back to the question. Ayush is there with us. So Ayush, so it says 3 numbers are in GP like this. Whose sum is 70. If the extremes be each multiplied by 4, so let's say 4a and 4a r square, and the means by 5. So let's multiply means by 5. Okay, this becomes an AP. So what they mean to say is 4a r square plus 4a divided by 2 will be equal to what? 5ar. So that's what they mean. Okay, that's what they mean. So now we have got 2 unknowns and 2 equations. We can solve them easily. So how to solve them? So the best way would be first let's try solving this. So here, as I can see, a is common, so I can cancel out the a. So I am left with 4r square plus 4 is equal to 5r. So this will become 10r. So if I try solving this quadratic, so what do I get? 16. So this can be solved as 8r minus twice of r plus 4 is equal to 0. So 4r is what? R minus 2 minus 2 I can take common, so I'll have r minus 2 again, 0. So finally I'll have r minus 2 and 4r minus 2 is equal to 0. So common ratio will be what? 2 or 1 by 2. Just hang on. We'll check whether both can be acceptable or not. Just wait for a minute. So first, let's say if I put value of r here, so a is common. So what do I get? When I put 2, so I have 1 plus 2 plus 4. I have 7. So this is 70. So my a becomes 10. Or for 1 by 2, my a becomes what? For 1 by 2, my a becomes, so I have 1 plus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 4 is equal to 70. When I solve it, I am solving it here. I can take 4 as LCM, so 4 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 70. 7, 7, so I'll have 10 here, 40. So a becomes 40. So 40, and then I'll have 2 here, so 20, and then 10, whereas 20, 40. Yeah, it seems, yes, means they will be an AP. So even AP also. Yes, absolutely right. Ayush, and watch the recording of the class. Sorry sir, my mom is calling for dinner. I will definitely come tomorrow, sir. That's great, Ayush. That's good, but it's okay. I know, yes, constraints are always there, so it's okay. So no harm. You can have peacefully your dinner, and you can just watch the recording whenever you have time. Clear? Fine. So Narith, what says sir? Got no response of your profile. Got no response of your profile. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm devoting my activity. Thanks a lot, Narith. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for saying this to me. And if you are not finding, though I have shared my classes, my special classes link to you, so you can just access the classes link, and from there you can just check my profile. If you're not finding it, then it's okay. SAT exam. So Narith, regarding the SAT exam, so right now I am not in a right phase to tell you, but yes, certainly we can discuss about SAT exam maybe tomorrow in our special class. Thank you, Ayush. Thanks a lot for saying this. I hope you have learned something today. Let's go to our next question then. The question says, there are non-zero numbers A, B, C are in AP. What non-zero numbers? A, B, C, they are in AP. Fine. increasing a by 1. So initially they are in AP. So that means b is equal to what? A plus c by 2. Fine. Now this guy comes and says that if increasing by a by 1 or increasing c by 2, the numbers are and the numbers are a and gp. The numbers are in gp. I guess there is some typing error. The numbers are in gp. So if we increase a by 1, so that means b square will be equal to what? A plus 1 c. Okay. And the other condition is increasing c by 2. Okay. So a c plus 2 is equal to b square. Okay. So these are the so basically 3 unknowns, 3 equations they have given. Fine. Then we have to find what? B. Time 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning. And then other classes there at 4 p.m. There is another special class. So this is your b square. Okay, then we have to find b. Certainly, most probably next month onwards, or December onwards, I'll be there on plus, so don't worry. So b square is equal to a c plus 2. So 3 equations. So now our main objective is to find the value of b. So to find the value of b, what I can do is, if I let's say divide what could be the shortest approach here? Good night, Narith. Take care, bye bye. And I would request you to just watch this recording if you have time. Okay? Thanks a lot for coming. So let's do one thing. Let's put the values of b here. So if I put the value of b here, so what do I get? Or let's equate. Let's do one thing. Let's equate these two first. So when I equate, what do I get? AC plus C is equal to what? AC plus twice of A. AC will cancel out, so I've got one relation that C is equal to what? 2A. So I can put C is equal to 2A here. So I'll have B is equal to what? C is 2A, 3A by 2. So B is what? 3A by 2. Bye bye, Narith. Thank you. B is equal to what? 3A by 2. So now what we can do is, now we have everything in terms of what? Everything in terms of A. C is in terms of A, B is in terms of A. So let's focus finding out the value of A. So what we can do here is, let's try finding the value of A here. So we can put in any of these equations. So when I try to put in any of these equations, so let's say when I put here, this equation seems easy for me. So b square is what? 9a square by 4 equal to ac. C is what? 2a. So a into c, 2a. So I have twice of a square plus 2 of a. So this will come here. So 8 square by 4 is equal to twice of a. So obviously it is given a is non-zero number, so I can cancel out easily. My a becomes 4. If a is 4, so 4 divided by 2, sorry, a is 8. 8, okay, so 8 divided by 2, 4, 4, 12. So b should be 12. B should be 12, guys. Okay, easy question, no difficulty, right? Okay. So let's move to our next question. So our next question is, prove that the sum of n terms of the series. Prove that the sum of n terms of the series this. So when you first look at this series, what do we feel? It's what? 1 plus 103 plus 1005. First, when I take the difference, what do I see? I'm getting what, 92 from here, then from here, what am I getting? 2 and 2 and 902, something like this, right? Right. And third term, next term could be what? 7 like this. So what I see is the pattern. So obviously this is not an AP for sure. This is not an AP. Oh yes, if we break it, let's break it first. Let's break it like this. 1, so 10 plus 1 plus 100 plus 3 plus 1000 plus 5. Similarly, we can write the other term also. 10,000 plus 7 like this, and it will keep continuing, right? So now it is like the addition of AP and GP. So GP, these are AP 135. So it's easy. Let's find out the summation for AP and GP separately. So this is what is starting from 10. So 10, how many terms? N terms. So 10 is to n minus 1 for 9 plus for AP n terms are there. So starting from n by 2, 2 is 2 plus n minus 1 to 2. Okay, so the answer will be what? 10 by 9, 10 raised to n minus 1 plus n by 2. So 2 will cancel out. So 2 will cancel out. So I'll have what? 2 twice of n will cancel out. So I'll have n squared. That's it. Oh, that's what we have to prove. Very easy question. It's like we just need to identify the series. That's it. Once the identification is done, the question is over. Cool? Fine. Let's move to our next question. Next question says we have to find the sum of the following series: 5, 55, 555 to n terms. Okay. So seems like if I take 5 common, it seems like what? 1 plus 11 plus 1, 1, 1. Oh, like this. Seems like as if 1 plus 10 raised to 1 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1. Like this. Seems like this. And we have to find the summation. So if I find the nth term, say nth term, identification of nth term is easy right now. But how will you find the summation? That's the question. That's the question here. See, finding the nth term is easy, but formulation, AP-GP wise. So we can have, so obviously 10 will be there, n minus 1 times 1 is there, n times 10 will be there, this. So we'll have many terms. See, one way I can right now think of is this. So we can take 5 common. So this, see, this is like a pair I'm making. So as you can see, how many ones are there? N ones will be there plus. How many tens will be there? So tens are starting from second terms. So 1 minus less, right? Similarly, we'll have how many hundreds? So hundreds will be there. N minus 2 terms. Because they are starting from third term, right? Similarly, if you go till last term, so in third term you are having 100. You're starting having 100. So last term will have 10 raised to n minus 1. And that will be only once. Clear? Am I clear, guys? I hope this is clear with everyone. So if I take n minus 1, so we'll have 10 raised to n, 100 raised to n, 10 raised to 1 also. Summation of them will be what? Finding the summation is becoming difficult because 10 minus 10 twice of 100. So I guess from here it will be difficult. So let's think about different approach. Let's keep it here. So that's good. This is good to imagine like this, because not in this question but maybe in some other question you will find this approach useful. Let's do one thing. Let's divide this with 9. When we divide this with 9 and multiply with 9, what do I get? 99 plus 9, 999 plus. It will keep continuing. So now if you see, how can I write this? How I can write this as 10 minus 1, and this is what? 100 minus 1, and another one is what? 1000 minus 1, like this. So 10 raised to 10,000 minus 1 and keep continuing. So what I can see is it is a GP as well as 1 are being added up. So I have got n ones, and GP is starting from where? It is starting from 10 divided by 9, and how many terms are there? N terms. So 10 raised to n minus 1. So if I solve this further, so what do I get? 5 by n. Let's multiply this. So I get what? 50 by 81, 10 raised to n minus 1 minus 5n by 9. So this will be the summation of this series. Please check it, guys. If you have not understood it, please tell me. Is it clear? Is it clear with everyone? Fine. Let's move ahead with the other question. Question is, if AM and GM, so arithmetic mean and geometric mean, between two numbers is in the ratio m:n. So your arithmetic mean is what? Your arithmetic mean of two numbers is what? A plus b by 2. And GM between two numbers is what? Root of AB. The ratio is what? M by n. Okay, fine. Then we have to find the numbers and they are in this ratio. Fine. Okay. So how do I see it? I see it like this. This is the only given information I have. Now what I can do? One thing, see. If just imagine if this 2 root a b, if it is being added up in the numerator, what it will be? It will be like this, the perfect square of this, right? Similarly, we can use combine into divide into. Let's use it. A plus b plus twice of root ab upon a plus b minus twice of root a upon b. This will be what? M plus n upon m minus n. Clear? Is it clear with everyone? I hope everyone remembers this. Okay, fine. Now let's write the numerator. So numerator will be what? Root of a plus root of b whole square upon root of a minus root of b whole square, and this is equal to what? M plus n upon m minus n. Clear? Now what I can do? I can easily take the square root. Let's take the square root. Done. So now I can say what? Root of a plus root of b is what? It is, see, this ratio is, let's say this is equal to some lambda. So I can clearly say this is what? Not, let's say if it is not lambda. So let's do one thing. Let's multiply. So right now what I can say is root of a plus root of b upon root of a minus root of b is in this ratio, right? So real value, if I talk about the absolute value, this absolute value could be what? Lambda times root of m plus n, right? This can happen. Similarly, root of a minus root of b, this can also be written as lambda times root of m minus n. Correct? Now what we can do is, since we have to solve for a and b, so what we can do is, shall we apply component or dividend again? Because if we apply twice, it will cancel out. Yes, we can try. We can again use component or dividend actually. Instead of simplifying using this, we can use it easily. If we use it, what do I get? Root of a plus root of b plus root of a minus root of b upon root of a plus root of b minus root of a minus root of b. This will be what? This will be your root of m plus n plus root of m minus n upon root of m plus n plus root of n. That's it. So what am I getting? This cancel out, this is cancel out. So what am I getting? I'm getting twice will cancel out, so root of a upon root of b. This is equal to this. Now I think I should rationalize it. That will help us to solve the question. Or we can square also. Actually we can square also. Let's directly square a by b. So a by b will be what? Square of your numerator. So what we'll have? We'll have m plus n plus m minus n plus twice of root of m square minus n square upon m plus n plus m minus n minus of twice of root m square minus n square. N will cancel out. Twice of m, twice is common both in numerator and denominator, so I'll have m plus root of m square minus n square upon m minus m square minus n square. And this is the same. Very easy question, right guys? It was very easy question. What do you think? It was simply a use of what? Component or dividend. That's it. So we can solve it using this also. But when I realized that simply component or dividend can make it easier, so why to solve equations? Right? Fine. So let's move to our next question then. I hope you are getting everything. You are understanding everything. Okay, I would like to inform you one more thing, that I would be organizing, see you guys study from here, I would be organizing one quiz on this. So that quiz will be conducted where? It will be conducted on Unacademy application. So I would request you guys to just install Unacademy application, and when you install it, you can punch your referral code. You can punch my code NK001, so that I'll come to know that what all. So who all are my students? Who all are my students? Those who have come to the application just to attend my quiz. Okay, so you will get the notification for that also. So just make sure you punch my code NK001 while installing and while signing up also. While signing up, you can punch my code NK001. Clear? Fine. Let's move ahead. Now the question says, if each term of an infinite GP is twice, each term of an infinite GP is twice, the sum of the terms following it, okay, then find the common ratio of the GP. Okay, so let's read it once again, try to understand. It says, if each term of an infinite GP, let's say there is a GP like this, n minus 1, let's say nth term, and it is going till infinity. And what it says, that it says each term of an infinite GP is twice. So let's say nth term, any nth term is what it is, twice of the sum, twice the sum of the terms following it. Okay, so the remaining terms. So how to find the summation of remaining terms? So I know the summation of all the terms in a GP for infinite series is what? A upon 1 minus r. And if I subtract this from what? From the terms before nth terms, I'll get what? I'll get the summation. I'll get the summation of all the terms which are following the nth term, which is there in the question. So how will I write it? A r raised to n minus 1 upon r minus 1. Okay, so it will be what? 1 minus r, because it is still infinite term. So I'll have to write it like this. Let me just erase it so that it will be easier for us to understand and solve. This is a 1 minus r raised to n and 1 minus r. Here guys? So let's solve it further. So when I try to solve it further, so what do I get? A minus r will go there. But first of all, a will cancel out. Let's cancel out a. So I have r raised to n minus 1 minus r raised to n. This is equal to what? Twice of. I do not need to take the LCM. So 1 minus 1, and it will be what? R raised to n, because bracket is being open right now. So this will cancel out. So what do I have right now? R raised to n minus 1 minus Rn. This is twice. So let's take it here. So I have r raised to n minus 1 is equal to what? Twice of r raised to n. So I'll have, since r is non-zero thing, so I can cancel it out. So I have 3r is equal to 1. So that means r can be written as 1 by 3. So common ratio is what? 1 by 3. That's it. Your question is solved, guys. Great. I hope you are enjoying this session. You are having your happy learning today regarding your sequence and series. See, I have taken all the questions, all sort of questions, different types of questions. I know I've not taken objective questions, but don't worry. Objective questions will be there and they will happen. For that, session will happen day after tomorrow. We'll have session day after tomorrow on this sequence and series objective questions. There we'll solve objective questions. Cool. So let's move ahead now. Now the question says, if A, B and C are in GP, fine. Then we have to prove this. So what is the given information here first? See, whenever you read a question, I would always suggest you guys first write down the given information. Once you write that down, then it becomes easier for us to prove or find something. So what is the given information here? That B square is equal to AC. Then we have to prove this. Let's do one thing. Let's put B square value here in left hand side. So 1 upon A square minus AC plus 1 upon AC square. Fine. Let's take the LCM. When take the LCM, so what I have? A into A minus C. And here I have what? A square C square. So A square, sorry, B square. So B square is AC, sorry, my bad. Only AC. So when I take the LCM, so I'll have C here. So this is already there, so I'll have C here plus then AC. So AC is there, so I'll have to write A minus C here. Minus C will cancel out, so I'll have what? A upon A minus C. So A will cancel out, so finally I'll be left with AC minus C square. Oh, what is AC? AC is B square, so B square minus C square. And it's proved. Done. Question is done. See, very easy questions are there, and these questions can come in objective very easily for JEE mains at least. But see, the best part when we solve subjective questions is our concepts, they get clear because we don't have any options by which we can just cross check first, and we always try to think towards the question. We are always thinking about the concepts. Sometimes looking at the options, we try to mark the closest possible answer also, and that should not happen. See, in the beginning, the best part is, see, while you are learning something, the best part is you solve subjective questions, then gradually you start solving objective questions. Good to see you, Siddharth, back. Good to see you. Let's solve this question. The question says, if A, B, C and D are in HP. Oh, now we are solving HP's question. This is in HP, so that means 1 upon A, 1 upon B, 1 upon C and 1 upon D, they are in AP. They are in AP, fine, done. Then we have to prove this. And that's it. This is the last information they have given. So let's look at the thing they have asked us to prove. Look at this. See, when I look at this, it seems like that some certain terms are missing. So it's like when A is there in the denominator, A is missing in the numerator, and B is there in the denominator, B is missing up. Okay, but let's say if I add the missing terms up, it seems like the common term is there in the numerators, right? So just what I'm thinking is, why not let's multiply all these 4 terms with a constant. And now what is that constant? That constant is A, B plus C plus D. Now tell me one thing, when we multiply AP's term with a constant, the resultant progression, that is also in AP, right? I hope you guys remember this. When I add this, so A, B, C plus D, now I'm multiplying in numerator A, B, so all the terms are there in AP, even the resultant terms, they will also be there in AP. That's it. Now let's divide by A. When we divide by A, so we got what? B plus C divided by A plus 1. The thing which is there, the question for us, A plus C plus D by B plus 1, comma, A plus B plus D by C plus 1, so plus 1, then A plus B plus C by D, then plus 1. Now there is one more property we know. What is that property? That you can subtract any constant or you can add any constant in an AP. The resultant series, the resultant progression will also be in AP. So let's subtract with 1. When we subtract this one, what do we get? B plus C plus D by A plus C plus D by B, then A plus B plus D by C, and then finally what we have, A plus B plus C by D. This will be in AP, and this is what we need to prove, and that's it, done. Siddharth, is it done? AP, Siddharth says AP doesn't change if we add constant term. Yes, very good, Siddharth. Good to see you, good to see you. Good, at least Siddharth is also involved today. Good. Okay, Siddharth, let's solve this question. Okay, would you like to solve this question? Please try this question. I will give you, let's say, 90 seconds. What is the time right now? 9:40. I will start somewhere on 9:40. Sorry, it is 10:40. You solve till 10:42. Okay, buddy, you solve till 10:42 and tell me if you can prove this. Come on, Siddharth, if you need any sort of hint, you can ask me. I'll give you the hint. Come on, Siddharth. Siddharth says that D is equal to -1. Dude, here we have to prove the rth term. I don't know why you are calculating D. Let's solve it. I'll help you out. See, the question says the mth term of HP is n, and the nth term is m. So what it means is mth term means 1 upon n will be in AP. Correct? This will be in AP. 1 upon n will be in AP then. So how will I write this term? So if I want to write this term, so I can write it like this also. So mth term is of HP. So HP's term will be written like this. So what I'm doing is, so 1 upon n will be what? This will be A plus m minus 1 t. Similarly, 1 upon m will be what? A plus n minus 1 d. See, if you can't think about this, then it's okay. You write it like this. Mth term of a HP. So HP's terms are written like this. A plus m minus 1 d is equal to n. So automatically you will cross multiply, you will get this only. Whereas I have already done it. So now we have to prove rth term. So for rth term we have to get A and D. So what I can do is, let's subtract. When we subtract, what do I get? 1 by n minus 1 by n equal to m minus n d. So d is what? D we are getting, this is m n, 1 by n by n cancel out. Dude, we are getting d is 1 upon m by n. Siddharth, we are getting d as 1 upon m by n. Please check the formulation. Have you correctly done the formulation? I think there is some problem with the formulation. I guess you made some wrong equations. This is A. Then corresponding to A, this is D. Corresponding to D, your A will be what? 1 upon n minus m minus 1. So this will be m divided, and we multiply with m by n. So D, and this also by n. So m will cancel out. So 1 by n cancel out. So A is also 1 by mn. A is also the same, 1 by mn. Yeah, I guessed it. A is also 1 by mn. So rth term will be what? So rth term for HP is 1 upon A plus r minus 1 t. So 1 upon A is what? 1 upon mn plus r minus 1. T is what? Again mn. Let's solve it. Mn will go up. So we'll have 1 plus r minus 1. So this will cancel out. So we'll have what? Mn by r. That's it. The question is done and it's proved. Got it. See, these are the questions I'm telling you. See, these sort of questions are very good for objective questions. Anyone can transform these questions into objective questions. And today I have seen many people, they don't prefer solving objective questions. So they don't prefer solving subjective questions. They have this tendency that objective, we should solve objective. It's good, we should solve objective, but Don't you think when the entire people, when the everyone is solving objective questions, they would give the objective questions? No, they would try to make new questions from the subjective ones. So it's better you practice subjective at the beginning, then later on, just to enhance your speed, you can go for objective questions. Let's move ahead. Okay, let's prove this also. Let's read this question carefully. It says, if 9 arithmetic means and 9 harmonic means are inserted between 2 and 3 alternatively. Oh, so 2 and 3 are basically these two numbers. So initially, let's say I inserted n arithmetic means, and here I inserted what? 9 harmonic means. Okay, fine. So two different cases. Now it says, then prove that a plus 6 by h is equal to 5, where a is any of the arithmetic means. Where a is the any of the arithmetic means and h is the corresponding. Okay. So what it says is, if we are, let's say, taking 6th arithmetic means, am6, so I can take 6th harmonic mean from there, and they will have this sort of relation. So that's what the question is saying. So let's do one thing. First, find out any, or you can say arithmetic mean. So how will I find it? It's very easy. So first, let's find out the difference. So difference is what? 3 minus 2. Now I have to divide this into how many parts? N plus 1 parts. So 9 plus 1. So that means 10. So these common difference is what? 1 by 10. Done. So Arath AMR is equal to, will be what? Arath arithmetic mean will be what? First term and 2 plus R times. Now this AMR can be represented as A, as they have given us in the question. So A. Okay. Let's talk about harmonic mean. So to find out the harmonic mean, what do we need to do first? First, let's do the reciprocal. So 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 they will be there in AP. Let's find out their arithmetic means first. So how will we find out? First we have to find the difference. So how can you find the difference? The difference will be what? B minus A upon 9 arithmetic. So 9 harmonic means we are introducing. So 10. So when we solve it, 2 here. So 2 minus 3 upon 6. 60. So minus 1 by 60. So this is your difference. Fine. So this is your difference. And if I want to find the harmonic mean, let's say Arath harmonic mean, how will I find it? So harmonic mean will be what? 1 upon what? 1 upon A term, first term. So first term will be what? 1 by 2. Because it is starting from 1 by 2, right? It's AP. 1 upon denominator we have AP thing. So 1 upon 2, and then we'll have to write here the R minus 1 and the common difference minus 1 by 60. That's it. And this can be represented as what? This can be represented as H. So now the thing is, you have to find out the relation between A and H, but no R is there. So that means you have to eliminate R. So how can we eliminate R? Tell me. It's very easy. So find out R from here. So let's say from R, if I find R from here, so what do I get? A minus 2 into 10 is equal to what? R. Similarly from here also we can find out R. So what it will be? H will go in the denominator. So I'll have half plus R minus 1. Minus 1 by 60 is equal to what? 1 by H here. And from here I'm just solving up here. I don't have enough space. I'm solving it here. be what? 1 by h minus 1 by half, and I can multiply with 60. When I cross multiply with 60, so I'll have 60 here and I'll have 30 here. This is equal to what? Minus r minus 1. So I can write it as 1 minus r. Fine. My r will be what? R will be 1 minus 60 by h plus 30. Fine. Let's equate. Let me try equating them. What do I get? Oh, there's a mistake I committed. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. This is rth. This is harmonic mean. So we can't use r minus 1. You have to use r only. That's my mistake. Really sorry guys. This is r only. R. See, whenever we write harmonic mean or anything, it is what it is. It is a plus r into d. Because the first term is already this. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. So it will be what? Minus of r. 1 we have to remove. I'm sorry. So r is equal to minus 60 by h plus 30. So let's equate a minus 2 10 times. It is equal to what? 30 minus 60h. So 10 will cancel out. So finally what do I have? A 6 by h can come on the left hand side. 3 is here, minus 2 is here, plus 2. We'll have 5. This is a plus 6 by h is equal to 5. And that's what we need to prove. That's it. Done. Siddharth, done. So don't we get p minus 1 in AP implies r minus 10? Don't we get p minus 1 in AP r minus 1 in AP? No. So that's what I'm telling you, Siddharth. I guess you are not getting it. So what I said is, in arithmetic mean, in rth arithmetic mean, see here we have am1, am2, am2 till b. See, whenever we write the arithmetic mean, already the first term is a. So we, to find the first arithmetic mean, we do a plus d. Great. If you remember, I shared this information while deriving also. I shared this information. Okay. Let's talk about the properties of AM, GM and HM of two positive numbers. So let's consider A and B both are positive numbers. AM is what? A plus B by 2. What is GM? GM is root of AB, and HM is what? Twice of AB upon A plus B. Now there is one inequality which everyone has marked up, and they use it like this. Thing is, if I ask you guys, can you guys prove it for me? I'll tell you how can you prove it. See, it's like you use this inequality to prove another inequalities, but what I'm asking from you is, can you prove this inequality for me? The inequality which you use everywhere, like essential. So let's prove it. So one way is, if I can prove AM is this, GM is this. So if I can prove AM minus GM as greater than 0, let's try it out. A plus B by 2 minus GM is what? Root AB greater or equal to 0. So I can write it as A plus B minus twice of root AB by 2. This is, that's what we have to prove it. So now what it is, if you just look at this, it is what? It is root of A minus root of B whole square by 2. So some numbers square is what? Some numbers perfect square is what? It is obviously positive. So that means we can say it is obviously greater than 0. So now this inequality, it is hence proved. Okay. Similarly, let's try proving this. If I can prove GM minus HM greater than 0, let's try proving this. So what is my GM? Root of AB minus of twice of AB upon A plus B. It's very easy. Let's take root AB common. So what it will become? A plus B minus twice of root AB and A plus B again. So this is also a perfect square. How will you write it? Root of AB, root of A minus root of B whole square upon A plus B. So this will be what? This will be perfect square. This is already positive, this is already positive. It is given for two positive numbers. So I can clearly say it will be greater than 0. If this is also true, this is also true, that means this can be written very easily. Okay, so this is the property which we use a lot. Another property could be, looking at their values, we can clearly say that GM square is equal to what? AM into HM. Very easy to prove. You can just simply multiply AM and HM. When you multiply them, A plus B, this will cancel out, 2 will cancel out. So what we'll have? We'll have only AB. AB is what? It is, this is geometric, means square. That's it. So this is also one of the important properties. So remember this and this. Remember these two properties. Okay guys? Okay, so let's move ahead. Oh, we have got one question on this. Good. Let's read the question. Question says, if arithmetic mean of two given positive numbers is 2. Arithmetic mean of two given positive numbers is 2. So A plus B by 2 is what? I can say A plus B is equal to 4. First information. Second information, if the larger number is increased by 1. Let's say A is your larger. If A is increased by 1, the GM of the numbers becomes equal to the AM. If this is, then GM of the numbers becomes equal to the, okay, so A plus 1 into B root, if I do, so this will be what? GM of the numbers becomes equal to the AM, equal to the arithmetic mean. So that means A plus B by 2. Okay, fine. So that is what is given here. The GM of the numbers becomes equal to the arithmetic mean of the given numbers. Fine. See, why you might say A plus 1, why I am not taking A plus 1 by A plus 1 plus B by 2, because it is clearly written it is equal to the arithmetic means of the given numbers. That's why I am not taking it. Okay, so let's write it down again. So A plus 1 to B is what? Square. Let's square it. So what it is? 4. So it is 2 and now it will become 4. Now what do I have? Now I have this. Anything else I have? The larger number is increased by 1. Oh, one more information I can write. So now if a larger number, if I do A plus 1 plus B, so it will be what? Don't you think it will be 1? It's like for the new system, I'm doing A plus 1 plus B by 2. So I don't know anything. It's a question mark. But I know what? A plus B is what? A plus B is what? A plus B is 4. So 5 by 2. Correct? So A plus 1 plus B by 2 is what? 5 by 2. So A plus 1 plus B is will be what? That will be 5. This is another information. Anything else? Then find the HM. Harmonic means. Harmonic means you have to find what? Twice of AB upon A plus B. So that's our objective. Let's look at the equations they have given. So shall I put A and make it up of? Yes, we can do this thing. This can be done very easily from this equation. we can directly put the value of b here and we can make it a quadratic in a. Let's make it. So this is what a plus 1, and this is what b is what 5 minus a minus 1. Let's write it like this. Okay, this is equal to what 4. Fine. So if I multiply this, what do I get? 5 times a plus 1 minus a plus 1 whole square is equal to what 4. So it looks like as if we have got a quadratic in a plus 1. Siddharth says, so GM is GM of AM and HM. Yes, correct. Absolutely right. GM is GM of AM and HM. Correct. So if you solve it, so A plus 1 minus 4 times A plus 1 minus A plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 0. Here I'm trying to factorize it. A plus 1 minus 4, a plus 1 minus of 1 is equal to 0. So one says that a is equal to 0, another says a is equal to minus 3 and plus 3. Another says that a will be equal to what? 3. If a is 3, so a is 3, so 4. So b will be what? B will be 1. From here I can tell what b will be 1. So let's calculate this. Twice of 3 into 1 upon 4. 2. So 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is your harmonic mean. That's it. No. Krishna. Hi, Krishna. Thanks a lot, Krishna. Thanks a lot. It's all for you guys, because I want you guys to clear JEE Mains 2021 first. Clear JEE 2021 first. After that, don't worry, I'll make sure that you guys clear advanced also. We'll prepare for advanced then. Very difficult questions. No, Siddharth, my chat is not too delayed. It's just I am too much involved in solving the question that I'm not looking at my mobile phone. That's why I'm not being able to read your comments. Okay, so let's move ahead. Oh, there is one more question. So the question is, the harmonic mean between two numbers is 21 by 5. Fine. Harmonic mean between two numbers is 21 by 5. Okay, so twice of a plus b is what is given to us 21 by 5. Fine. Their arithmetic mean and a and geometric mean is g. Okay, satisfying the relation this. Then we have to find the sum of squares of numbers. So we have to find a square plus b square. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's first use the given condition. So one given condition is this. Second is this. So let's use them. Okay, so I can write this g square as multiplication of arithmetic mean and harmonic mean. And what is harmonic mean here? 21 by 5. So this is what 15. Okay, 36a. Oh, great. 36a by 5. It is equal to what? 36. 36. This will cancel out. So arithmetic mean has become what? A is what? 5. A is 5. So I can say what? A plus b by 2 is what? 5. A plus b is what? 10. I know this. I need this. So I need minus of twice of AB. Basically I need geometric mean. So how to find the geometric mean? It's easy. When you know harmonic mean and you know what? Arithmetic mean, multiply them. So it is what? 21 by 5 and 5. It is what? Geometric mean square. And what it is, geometric mean square is what? AB. So 21. Okay, so AB is 21. Fine. I know AB, A plus B is equal to 10. So A square plus B square will be what? That will be square of this. So 100 minus twice of AB, twice of AB, twice of AB. So 2 times AB 21. 100 minus 42, 58. That's it. The question is done. Hi Abhinav Sharma, how are you? How are you, Abhinav? Good to see you guys here. Yes, Abhinav, say something. Okay, so let's move ahead. So now we have miscellaneous sequence. But let me tell you guys, so today since it's too late, I know everyone is tired. So don't worry. Miscellaneous sequence will be done in the next session. Now, when are we going to have next session? We are going to have next section on 1st of December now. 1st of December we'll have miscellaneous sequences, and we'll also have questions based on the entire portion we have covered. So miscellaneous sequence as well as AP, GP, everything. And we'll also have previous year questions on sequence and series. Okay, so we have to end our session tonight. So that's it. And I would like to thank you Cengage book, because I have picked many questions from Cengage books. And I would like to inform you regarding my Fun Day series. I conduct Fun Day series where on Unacademy application. So you guys can come and install this Unacademy application. Install this application. When you install it, when you sign up, use my code NK001 so that I'll come to know that my students, they have come on the application. So you will get the notification regarding my classes and all. Okay, so there I conduct what? Free special live classes. So let me inform you about my special classes. So tomorrow at 7 we have one special class on differential equation. So you guys can come and solve differential equations with me. Evening also I have one special class for definite integration. So you guys can come and solve definite integrations with me. Okay. So first, what you need to do, Abhinav, Krishna, for you guys, I'm telling you, you install first Unacademy application and use my code NK001 to sign up. Okay, to sign up, and then post that you can attend my free special live classes. You can attend my free special live classes. You do not need to pay anything for that. Hi Mithilesh, good to see you, but sorry Mithilesh, our session is over. I'm leaving now. And our ritual. So if you have liked my video, so please press the like button, share it with your friends, let them learn also, and subscribe this channel. Let's crack JEE in English. And if you plan to subscribe plus an iconic subscription, then use my code NK001. You can hit the bell icon button so that you get notification for future live videos. And in description you have been given this Telegram group link. Join so that you will get all the updates regarding the classes and the content. Okay, so good night guys, bye bye, take care.